good cheese is how to resist gaslighters. I parked in Mountainville. I'm back from Long Island, headed to Keysby, New Jersey, but first I have to drop this empty trailer off at the yard and pick up a new one. Should be about an hour from now when I'm back on the road. In case you are wondering, I was raised by a gaslighting sociopath, my father, and the main source now of gaslighting, besides where I used to work, is in my own head. I hear voices, I'm sure a lot of other people do too, the rest of the batshit world, and the voices in my head, many of them, are trying to give me the idea that I'm smaller than I am, and that I don't deserve as much as I do. And so I would have said earlier, I don't deserve as much as I think I do. But now I say, they don't want me to have as much as I actually deserve. Because that's what gaslighters do. That's how they feel about the world. They want everyone to have less, not more. And they want what they want at everyone else's expense. It's almost like I live by the river, and there's kind of an energy that you can get when you're a river person. This was a vibrant community during the logging days. Pennsylvania was the logging capital of the entire world for a while. They had the best hardwoods. I was showing you I will be showing you, I haven't edited it yet, the Tioga River and the reservoir and the dam. I told you some things about the Tioga River. That was right in the heart of the forest. We're going to go camping next weekend in Cook's Forest, which is part of that huge, what used to be a huge old growth hardwood forest, and hemlock too. It just feels like I've been here before, the logging thing. And then I got to be a logger in this lifetime out in the Pacific Northwest. My grandpa got to be a cattle rancher in Oregon. He got to be a real cowboy. It's kind of cool. It's almost like it's set up to do the crazy, wild things. The adventure things. If you want to. I don't know why you wouldn't. We have to go across this old, crooked stretch of road that they had to straighten out to put these windmills in, but then they put it back afterwards, which really bothered a lot of the people who want this to be a safe road as opposed to an historic road. This is the bridge. They couldn't get the windmills across this without fixing it, and then they unfixed it afterwards. And then just up here, this was the Minkwa Trail, an Indian trail. See that? Off to the left. Wasn't smashed up, so I don't know, or her cab. Before you even figure out why it isn't real, you can get ahead of them and head them off of the pass by choosing emotions that they didn't intend. Because Because the reason they engineer your circumstances and engineer your reality, the things that you believe are true, they do that to alter your emotions. That's the ultimate end, is to make you feel a certain way and then to control you with those feelings. They punish you and they feel obligated to. They feel they have a right to. You go along with them and you're expecting that the first thing, the first interaction in the morning, or the first words in a conversation, whenever it happens, are going to be something that push you, are intended to push you back and to make you feel defensive or weak, unsure of yourself, anxious, depressed, potentially alone, all that. And then you come back usually with a feeling, with an emotion that's appropriate for that response, or for that initial sparring, I guess, because it is tactical. Every word, every action, every facial expression has a tactical purpose. And controlling you via your emotions is the purpose. What you don't want to do is paste on a happy, smiling face when you don't feel that way. Let your face take care of itself. You actually get to alter your emotions from what was intended by the gaslighter. You get to pick different emotions. And the best ones are gratitude. You already defeat them because you don't have the emotions they wanted you to have. And then you win. Instantly, you just win. And unfortunately, for them, they just lose, because that's how they set it up. They set it up as win-lose. So if you play the game with other people who aren't sociopaths, you can have win-win with them. But because of how sociopaths do things, it's already predestined for one of you to lose. They wouldn't have it any other way. So if that's how it has to be, then let them lose and not you. So you having good things, the gaslighter can't stand it, because especially if those good things aren't being meted out, parsed out, stingily by the gaslighter to control you. You can get a little morsel now and then, as long as the gaslighter has complete control over it. So that's the problem when you figure out how to feel good, or have good things, or achieve good things. Again, it comes down to your emotions, and the gaslighter just doesn't want you to have those emotions, because then they can't control you. So think about this cheese, this delicious, what is it again? Parmigiano Reggiano. So this cheese, it just has so much flavor, and it's got a lot more protein than regular cheese. And eating it makes me happy. So if this cheese represents something good in your life, then the people that want you to be under their control don't want you to have limitless access to it. So the best thing you can do is have emotions that you choose, that they can't keep from you, that are as delicious as this cheese. You just have a steady diet of the emotions that you supply to yourself. outside of what the gaslighter can supply,
Exit left.
then you're set. And nobody can control you. I like to actually think of the food as the emotions, because when you're eating and drinking good things, it almost causes the emotions directly. And that's a little bit dangerous because it's sort of like being addicted to something that gives you your fix of emotions. But just having access to good things helps me feel like I have access to everything. Just some good things gives me the idea that I have access to all good things. And I believe that's true. I expect that's true. And therefore, what I manifest for myself is good and limitless. So I use cheese or coffee or chocolate, carob. I put carob in my barley that I make. Ask me if you want the recipe. All those good things, good wine, good beer, just anything that you get the idea that you have more than just fuel. You have something that gives you an experience, memories, and all kinds of, it floods your senses. And that's what you want, apart from what the gaslighters in your life can give you. You want whatever you want for yourself. And then, whether you exclude them from your company or not, they can't control you. So it almost doesn't matter. But if they're pests, you don't have to have them in your life. You can decide, get a restraining order, whatever you need to do. You don't have to allow people who want to manipulate and control you in your life. It's just totally up to you.